Did you know the Titanic was so massive it could fit 3 city blocks inside it? Today, we're diving deep into the tragic but captivating story of the RMS Titanic. It's a story of dreams, disaster, and enduring human spirit against unimaginable odds. Why does the Titanic still fascinate us over a century later? Prepare to uncover the real stories behind the myths and legends you've heard. In this video, we'll explore the Titanic's opulent beginnings to its devastating end. You'll learn about the design marvel, the fateful voyage, and the unanswered questions. Let's start at the very beginning, with the ambitious vision behind this unsinkable ship. Imagine 1907, a world obsessed with grandeur and technological progress. The White Star Line sought to build the largest, most luxurious ships ever conceived. This dream led to the Olympic-class liners, and Titanic was the second in this trio. Construction began in Belfast, Ireland, a shipbuilding powerhouse of the era. Over 15,000 workers toiled for 3 years to bring Titanic to life. The ship stretched nearly 3 football fields long and stood over 11 stories high. It was an engineering marvel, boasting innovations like electric elevators and opulent suites. But even with its grandeur, cost-cutting measures played a crucial, hidden role. What were these decisions, and how did they impact Titanic's fate? We'll reveal that soon. Now, picture the Titanic departing Southampton, England, on April 10, 1912. Excitement filled the air as passengers from all walks of life embarked on this journey. Millionaires like John Jacob Astor IV mingled with immigrants seeking a new life in America. The onboard experience was segregated by class, from lavish first class to basic third class. But everyone shared the anticipation of reaching New York and a promising future. Tragically, fate had a different course planned for the Titanic and its passengers. For 4 days, the voyage was smooth, almost deceptively calm before the storm. Then came April 14th, a day that would forever be etched in history. Numerous ice warnings were sent to the Titanic throughout that fateful day. But why weren't these warnings heeded with sufficient precaution? Some theories suggest a combination of factors, including speed and hubris. Was overconfidence in the unsinkable ship partly to blame? Consider this. At 11:40 p.m., lookout Frederick Fleet spotted an iceberg directly in Titanic's path. "Iceberg! Right ahead!" His desperate warning echoed through the bridge. Despite evasive maneuvers, it was too late to avoid a collision. The iceberg scraped along Titanic's starboard side, ripping holes below the waterline. This seemingly minor impact sealed the fate of the unsinkable ship. But how could a glancing blow from an iceberg sink such a massive vessel? The damage breached at least 6 compartments, exceeding Titanic's design limits. Water flooded in rapidly, compartment after compartment, pulling the ship down. Now, imagine the chaos and confusion as the realization of danger spread. Lifeboats were launched, but tragically, there weren't enough for everyone on board. The women and children first policy was implemented, leading to heart-wrenching scenes. As the ship tilted further, panic began to set in amongst those left behind. What were the chilling final moments like for those still on board? The ship groaned and shuddered, a symphony of destruction as it broke apart. Witnesses described a scene of immense horror and heartbreaking farewells. In the frigid North Atlantic, hundreds were plunged into icy waters. Hypothermia set in rapidly. Survival time in those conditions was brutally short. The sinking lasted approximately 2 hours and 40 minutes. A terrifying eternity. Over 1,500 lives were lost that night, a staggering human tragedy. But amidst the horror, stories of heroism and selflessness emerged. Passengers and crew members helped others, often sacrificing their own chances of survival. The Carpathia, a nearby ship, responded to Titanic's distress calls and arrived to rescue survivors. Approximately 700 people were pulled from the lifeboats and freezing water. The world reacted with shock and grief as news of the disaster spread globally. Investigations were launched in both the US and the UK to understand what went wrong. These inquiries uncovered critical safety oversights and procedural failures. One major finding was the insufficient number of lifeboats carried on board. Regulations at the time were based on ship tonnage, not passenger count, a fatal flaw. The investigations also highlighted the issue of speed in icy waters, and questions were raised about communication failures and ice warning protocols. These findings led to significant changes in maritime safety regulations worldwide. The International Ice Patrol was established to monitor icebergs in the North Atlantic. New lifeboat rules were implemented, mandating enough capacity for all passengers and crew. Radio communication protocols were improved for better distress signaling at sea. The Titanic disaster became a catalyst for a safer future for ocean travel. But the story of the Titanic is more than just a maritime tragedy. It's a human story. It's a story of social class divides, starkly revealed in the face of disaster. Survival rates differ dramatically between first-class and third-class passengers. This disparity raises uncomfortable questions about fairness and social justice. The Titanic also became a symbol of human ambition, meeting the unforgiving forces of nature. It's a reminder of the limits of technology and the importance of humility. For over a century, the Titanic has captured our imaginations and emotions. Countless books, documentaries, and films have explored its enduring story. James Cameron's 1997 film brought the Titanic to a new generation, fueling even more interest. The discovery of the Titanic's wreck in 1985 added another layer to its mystique. It brought the physical reality of the disaster into sharp, haunting focus. But even now, myths and misconceptions about the Titanic persist. For example, was the ship really unsinkable? We know now that was marketing hype. And was there truly a band that played until the very end? Evidence suggests yes. The story of the Titanic continues to evolve as new research and artifacts emerge. What will future discoveries reveal about this legendary ship and its fateful voyage? The Titanic's legacy stands as a powerful reminder of human fallibility and resilience. It teaches us about the importance of safety, vigilance, and empathy, and it compels us to remember the names and stories of those lost and those who survived. So what are the key takeaways from the Titanic's story? Firstly, never underestimate the power of nature, even with the most advanced technology. Secondly, safety regulations and procedures must always be a top priority, not an afterthought. Thirdly, human compassion and courage can shine even in the darkest of times. The Titanic serves as a timeless lesson in history, engineering, and the human condition. If you found this exploration of the Titanic fascinating, please like and subscribe. Share this video with anyone who's ever been captivated by the Titanic legend. What other historical mysteries or shipwrecks intrigue you? Let me know in the comments below. Stay tuned for more deep dives into history and incredible events that shaped our world. Thanks for joining me on this journey to understand the enduring story of the Titanic.